guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to take a look at this unit right here. This very well may be the new best banner unit in the game. This is AMOND and RASIN right here, the ball sack guy. Now remember, the ball sack brothers, it is weird, like, for the first, like, half of the movie, there's just one of them, and then once the fighting starts, they kind of, like, split into two. Like, it's goofy. That's why, like, there's only the one of them, like, right here, but then, you know, in the animation, they do split like that, and they're both attacking. Now, this character is very good. This is essentially a, like, buffed Rakumen Goldo, is what they did right here. So this is really good. Turles would be really big on fraud alert, if not for this character right here. This character is going to provide a very big Rakumen Goldo type effect to what Ginyu got, right? So I guess let's just jump in. Yeah, this unit really is very busted. It's like, we'll see if Krillin is maybe better. So we do have to run them in slot 1. That's kind of like the only thing with this character that's super important, right? So I guess let me just quickly read their kit, and then we'll get kind of the gist of what they do, right? So they get 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. They give planetary destruction category allies 1 key 30% attack and defense. And if the units are also on space traveling warriors, they get another 20% defense, 10% chance to crit. So they're supporting. Then they guard against all attacks and have 20% damage reduction as the first attacker in the turn. Really good. Then they get 50% attack and an additional super as a second or third attacker in a turn. I don't really think you ever want to go for that. And then finally, they get 30% attack and defense each time guard is activated. So you give this character full dodge, and if you dodge in slot 1, they're still building up. Remember, if it says when guard is activated, a dodge would actually proc that. So let's go ahead and see what they're able to do right here. Again, we do have to have them, you know, get a bunch of hits. What do they need? 5 hits in total. In order to fully build up right here. So let's just go ahead and get the first turn here and see how they're looking. Their super attack effect, by the way, they get 30% defense, supreme damage, and then a high chance to seal. So kind of like, I guess, one difference Rakumen Goldo have that maybe is a bit better is, remember, they have, like, they could, like, seal, stun, attack debuff. They have, like, all of that with them, which can allow them to really dominate, you know, maybe something like Dokkan Battlefields or potentially Super Battle Road stages. I definitely have clutched out Super Battle Road stages thanks to Rakumen Goldo and their abilities. But I think I probably would prefer what AMOND and RASIN are doing here, which is they're essentially just stronger against sort of like the red zone fights or like the you know, the singular villains, which I think is something that's always going to be more important for us, is we want characters who are better there. All right, so let's go ahead and we can put Turles in slot. Actually, we'll keep it exactly the way it was. Yeah, Chilai slot 1, Turles in slot 2, and then we'll float off the other banner unit. They are going to link incredibly well with AMOND and RASIN. I think that this banner unit, maybe if they had been made a little bit better, that could have helped. I think the one thing that, like, Turles himself is generating just a ridiculous amount of power from his links. Like, a lot of these villain characters are sort of structured in that fashion. You know, it's a shame, but, you know, big bad bosses and, like, Thirst for Conquest are so crucial for Turles. If only, like, his banner units had big bad bosses as well, that would significantly help. I'm going to be very curious to see what the EZA is that's announced for this celebration. If it's LR Turles, this team could actually, I think, definitely be in a much better spot. Okay, so let's go and take a look at what we've got here. So we're going to be built up quite a bit more from last turn. Yeah, we'll do exact... Actually, let's... So check their links real fast, AMOND and RASIN. So they have... What is this? The first one is... I believe that's... Is that Coward that they have? No, that's Loyalty. Okay. So their first link is Loyalty. Then they have Destroy the Universe, Team Turles, Brutal Beatdown, Thirst for Conquest, Tough as Nails, and Fierce Battle. So I guess we can keep LR Turles on rotation right there. That's fine. We could have it go exactly like this. Yeah, this is fine. All right, so let's do this, and let's see what their stats are. What is their defense looking like? So that 448, they're guarding, they have damage reduction, they're supporting, and don't forget that they do get the 30% defense when they super attack as well. Yeah, I'm liking this character quite a bit. This is huge for Turles. This character right here, this AMOND and Raisin, like they are so goddamn important for what Turles wants to do. Because Turles is not, against the biggest bosses, Turles is not sitting in slot 1. I think, depending upon the fight, Turles will work more effectively in slot 1, deeper in the fight, depending upon what fight it is. Right, because remember, Turles builds up all of his defense from doing 4 super attacks. But once you've done the 4 super attacks, he's built up all of his defense, right? And at that point, he essentially could work slot 1. It just depends on what boss it is to where if you're actually going to do that. So you do potentially have that option, but against the toughest bosses, AMOND and Raisin in slot 1 is going to do some real things for this Turles, right? One thing that's important with them, so Turles on his super attack effect, he heals 6% HP every time he does his super attack. If that is worthless unless you have a character who's capable of taking the hits, which AMOND and Raisin are. If only we had Golden Frieza characters on this category as well, that would significantly help them. Let's run Chi-Li in slot 1, and then the physical Turles in slot 2. And we'll just go ahead and blast all the key right here. It doesn't really matter. We'll probably do this next rotation, and we might finish up. Let me know what you guys think about this character. I do think that they're pretty good. So who is in discussion for best ban unit? This unit, STR Krillin, and probably STR Piccolo. I mean, Android 8 is definitely in discussion. I feel like you could probably make the case for, like, AGL Golden Frieza is kind of, like, you know, at least worthy to be mentioned. It's probably, I think AMOND and Raisin probably are the best ban unit. Then probably Krillin, then probably STR Piccolo. I think might be the order that I would go with. It's very difficult for Android 8 to rank Android 8 because he's like so conditional, right? It's like as long as he's with Kid Goku, I mean, he's like #1 out of all of them. But it's, again, conditional on being next to Kid Goku. Like, that's like super important. So some of it does get, I think, certainly a little bit difficult to think about. All right, so we'll put AMOND and Raisin in slot 1. Or AMOND and Raisin in slot 1, and then we're going to be pretty good right here. Yeah, keep it exactly like that, because they're check our links. We have most links activated right here. Actually, for this turn, maybe we put them in slot 2, because we could see them with the extra attack, kind of like juiced up extra attack. Yeah, because remember, they get 50% attack and the additional super. Okay, so let's just use a Ghost Usher, just so that, you know, we don't potentially get cooked. And yeah, let's actually wait, let's put LR Turles in slot 1. And then we can miss the super attack with them intentionally. That green key on the left right there. Okay, perfect. So what's our defense right here? And then we'll let this go out. So at 590k. Yeah, think about this unit in slot 1. 590k defense, guard, damage reduction, and 30% defense when they super. This unit's going to be capable of helping against, you know, Sin, Metal Cooler Core, you know, Cell Max, all these bosses. That would be pretty good. All right, so pretty juiced up rotation. Let's see. The Ballsack Brothers are like a dominant summonable card. That's so crazy. Yeah, man. Everyone was excited when we got LR Ballsack Brothers, right? When they were an LR, you know, as part of that Turles LR. Now they're like one of the best banner units as well. You know, Turles and his crew really have gotten a lot of love throughout Dokkan history, considering that the entire Turles movie is 60 minutes long. Like, it's exactly an hour long. And we have gotten so many of these kind of, like, you know, Turles movie characters added into the game, right? So, there we go. Let me know what you guys think of this unit. I think that they're very good, right? It's one of these things where if they were not added into the game as a really strong ban unit, that would hurt Turles. I think Dokkan did do a pretty good job by giving Turles multiple banner units to sort of help him out quite a bit, right? I definitely look forward to rainbowing these characters and sort of testing them out further. So let me know what you guys think of Almond and Raisin, the Ballsack brothers, the GOATs, and I'll catch you guys next time.